Hey, Monkey community. Hope everyone had a great Sunday. Looking at the chart, the market cap's up to 281,000, which is great to see. And we're seeing a little bit of green along with the broader market, which is obviously just the start for Monkey. But it is definitely nice to see some moves in the positive direction. It definitely is looking like we bottomed out here at just over 200,000. You can see us definitely looking good over the last couple days, which is awesome to see. And I want to talk specifically about how Monkey is the answer to the bundled supply controlled coins that dump on later holders. So I've seen a number of posts about it. We'll go over some of the posts. But the difference with Monkey is the community. So the other coins that are bundled and supply controlled, most of them are newer pairs, and obviously at that point you have snipers and other folks that are just looking for a quick buck that are in the coin, and it's hard to control. Sling had a post about it that we'll look at. But with a coin like Monkey that's bottomed out but has the incredible community, that's the difference. So it all comes down to the strength of the community, and Monkey and coins like Monkey. I think Monkey's unique though, in that it's just a pure animal, easy to understand narrative and incredibly memeable. But you essentially have to find a bottomed out coin like Monkey. And then also the hardest thing to find is also a cult community of holders that refuse to sell. And remember, we looked at the wallet distribution, and over 80% of the top Monkey holders have been holding for a long time. And that's what we saw on GMGN. And also the community has to believe in the potential of the coin and also have a close bond. So I think that's the key. Most communities don't have the bond that the Monkey community has, and most don't have the loyal holders that the Monkey community has. And that's why the bottoming out, in my opinion, is absolutely necessary for these generational gains that we're looking for with Monkey. And also, final thing, the coin has to be simple and memeable like Monkey. Monkey is a timeless meme, and we're going to look at that as well. But if the core community refuses to sell and controls a good chunk of the supply, like we have with Monkey, the coin has the potential to run hard. I think that's what we have here with Monkey. We just need to sort of rally the troops, keep shilling, but also we need to be ready for when we start seeing green candles to hold and have targets. And the early holders now are going to be the whales when we start pumping. And the key there is we don't panic and sell and or get too excited and sell. And again, we all have our own targets and our own goals. I'm not telling anyone when to buy or sell, but I can say for me, I'm looking for that generational wealth. I think we have it in Monkey. It's a unique once in a lifetime opportunity, and I'm not going to blow it by selling too early or anything like that. So let's look at the news, and some of these things I've bookmarked will touch back on that main point about fighting the bundled supply controlled coins. So first up, CZ of Binance says crypto market is tiny. The technology potential is huge, all unrealized, just the beginning. And this is a great post from yesterday because it's true. We're so early to crypto as a whole and also to memes like Monkey. And we're gonna look at another post later about how memes aren't going anywhere. And so memes are an actual category in crypto that's not gonna disappear completely. Some folks say memes are dead, pivot to prediction markets, things like that. But memes aren't going away. And so, as CZ says here, we're extremely early with crypto as a whole, and we're seeing that with all the regulation coming through. Good, mature, widely accepted markets are regulated. And so I personally welcome the regulation. Obviously, there has to be a balance there, but just initially, we need some sort of framework there so folks know how to categorize crypto coins, things like that, right? There's been debate about that over the years, and it'll be nice to have some framework in place. Um, this post here is my response. I already kind of just outlined that, what my response was, but I want to look at the original post from Stecky here. He says, honest opinions on supply control. We have unbundled supply controlled coins getting wrecked by early MFers that don't give a and dump on everyone's head. We have scamming POS devs that bundle control supply and dump on everyone's head. We have potentially good dev teams, bundle supply control, and they get flooded to zero. So where do we win? What's the solution? Curious on y'all's take. And that's the response is. We have a unique situation with Monkey. To me, it's the perfect setup. It's simple, memeable, plus we have the great community. And I think that's how you avoid this type of thing. It's it's in the hands of the community at this point. And we have these great holders that are holding for the long term, and that's unique. And I think that's why Monkey solves this problem. Tay the Gamer says narrative is too good. Millions seem almost guaranteed one meme can change everything. And for me, that meme is Monkey, and the narrative is too good. And it does seem like we have something here that is unique. And I do think it's going to change everything. We just have to do our part. We have to shill, hold, buy when we can if we're believers. And I think we've got the right coin here that we can just launch. And again, the community will determine how far it runs. Cointelegraph says latest PricewaterhouseCoopers shifts strategy to embrace crypto after years of caution, citing Trump administration's regulatory changes and stablecoin legislation as key drivers per Financial Times. So this is another big financial firm that is now embracing crypto. We've seen all the major banks line up and the consultants line up and start, tracking crypto, issuing guidance on crypto. So this is huge. This is huge. This is just the foundation. And so folks, I think Bitcoin's pumping now, which is huge and great, but this is just the tip of the iceberg in my opinion. So I'm extremely bullish on crypto as a whole. Obviously, as I've said many times, that flows down to memes. We can kind of see that already happening with a lot of the established memes like Fartcoin and some others moving, which is great to see. And that all is going to flow back to established memes like Monkey. Slinger here, kind of shifting back to the bundle supply control stuff. Someone said, nah, man, you're losing your clout with these bundles. And Slinger says, you is 7 days, 2 hours old. Bikinify is 5 days, 4 hours old. I can't get rid of bundles or current holders. The coins go up and then people sell, or the coins go down and people accumulate. Literally nothing I could do. LMAO. Sling, you can do something, and that's find a perfect coin, bottomed out coin like Monkey that has a cult community. And in my opinion, there's no other coin that is at such a low market cap that has such high potential. And so to me, if I was Slinger or someone who is an influencer who has some motion like Sling does, I'd find a coin like Monkey with a good community, reach out to the folks that are shilling it. I'd love to talk to anyone um, about this. And I think Monkey's in a great position just because of that community that we talked about. That's the difference. The community plus it's bottomed out, right? So these coins here, I haven't looked them up at all, but these could have a higher market cap than Monkey right now. But like he says here, he can't get rid of the bundles or current holders. You have no idea who's in there when the coin's so early like this. But when the coin has this long history that we have here, if you look at this long history, there really is enough time to get all the bundles and the fakers out. And so I think that's what we're seeing here. And it's not easy to DCA this whole time here, but I think that just shows how strong the community is, and that's one of the reasons we're going to make it. All right, Sava, good community member here, says Murad taught us believe in something, hold through the dips, build the cult. AG Crypto lives it every day with Monkey, 60 plus days of buys, daily videos. Our community is elite and ready to send harder than the legends. Join the troop, don't be monkey led, Monkey to 1.1 billion. So this, to me, this is a great post. It pretty much summarizes it up. Monkey's a different coin with a different community. We have folks like Sava and everyone else, not just me DCAing, right? We know Bryce is publicly doing it, and a lot of folks are probably doing it privately, which is wonderful. And so I think all the main holders are not selling, and a lot of folks are adding more at these prices. And you can see just a couple green days, we're down near 200,000 just a few days ago. Now we're at 280,000. And I think this is just the start. LARP Von Trier says, what if this time you recognize good memes from bad memes and you actually make it? And so to me, now's the time for folks to get in position on coins like Monkey. At 280,000 market cap, it's a no-brainer. It's a good meme. It's memeable. It's cute. Monkeys are blowing up. We'll look at that later. But I think this is now the time for this cycle to get in on good memes like Monkey early. I think we're going to run here. Mello says the next phase rewards organic communities. I see many of them forming, and I'm taking notes. Keep building. The loudest communities will win. Return to organic memes. That's what we have with Monkey. We have a great community. We need to add more folks, community members and holders. We all need to get out there and shill as much as possible. And just take the time. You're on break at work, or you have some time in the evening. Come in and do some shilling. Every little bit helps. Liking, posting, reposting, all that helps. So definitely let's start working our bags. I do think the organic communities are going to be rewarded, but ultimately we determine how high we can go here. Simon, on a similar note, says the next step is organic communities that have survived. Monkeys survived the pullback, and we're looking good here. EV, same thing. Organic memes will win long run. Totally agree. Pick your cult communities, your conviction coins, hold, shill, add to your position, DCA, and I think we're going to win in the long run. Mirage says, told you the memes wouldn't die. First off the bottom as usual. Get used to it. Meme coins are a permanent asset sector. And that's kind of what I was saying before. Memes aren't going anywhere. And Monkey's not going anywhere. Nof says you could be a millionaire in 3 months. Just think about it for a minute. You could literally move from 0 to 1 million from January to April. I truly believe Monkey has this potential. If we keep pushing, we need that catalyst, of course, but we have a unique situation here. We can go from 0 to a million from January to April. That's plenty of time. Mr. Whale says parabolic moves in meme coins are imminent. So people are bullish on meme coins. Remember, just probably like a week ago, everyone was bearish and down about it. But we knew, as the monkey community and just in general people that watch the markets, we saw what was happening with Trump and crypto in general. And this could be a fake pump even, right? But we know long term this is going to happen. Things are going to start running. Andy Leon agrees here that crypto is still early. Your journey starts now. Where with Monkey we have a reset. We were able to make it this far, and we're at now almost 290,000, and we made it. And we're in a way better position than we were back here. I wouldn't trade positions to go back here, even knowing all of this, because we got to clear out everything, and now we're starting fresh with great holders. And Avel had a post here. I just want to show you why Monkey is a great meme coin. She says, do monkeys know how funny they are? And then she has this clip, this GIF that we've used a lot in the monkey community where monkeys are just doing funny things that everyone loves. And you can see this one has 2.7 million impressions, 163,000 likes. People love monkeys. Monkeys are cute. They act up. They have some similar features to humans, and I think everyone finds them fascinating and entertaining. So, I mean, just think about it. I mean, folks look for the latest news and launch a coin. That's going to pass away, but monkeys aren't going to ever stop being funny. Um, they just are, and they were funny before Monkey launched on Solana, and they're going to be funny after, right? So this is what makes a good coin. It's timeless. It's simple. You like monkeys? Buy the coin. Don had a good post here. Every major crypto cycle looks impossible before it looks obvious. Confusion at the lows, disbelief on the breakout, regret at the highs. Position yourself early and let time do the heavy lifting. Grab your bag of monkey, hold on to it, shill, and don't sell. I think we're gonna do incredible things here. Altcoin Sherpa says memes are dead. Ignore anyone who ever says that. And I agree there. When folks say monkey's dead, don't listen to anyone who says monkey's dead. It's clearly not dead, right? The community's alive. We're still working. And it's hard for people to hold their attention on a specific coin. There's so many things going on. There's daily runners, there's all this stuff, but focus and ignore anyone that says monkey's dead, because we're not dead. And if you personally don't let it die, it's never going to die. Fun Cry says, I've been so down that I even considered quitting crypto and doing something else. Then I realized my ability to buy and hold coins beats 99% of people on Earth. 2026 is the year I hit multiple eight figures. I'll share every trade here in real time. Bookmark this post. And so it sounds like he's buying and holding. He said, I've been down, that so down I even considered quitting. And so, but he says my ability to buy and hold coins beats 99% of people on Earth. I think if you buy and hold Monkey right now, you're ahead of 99%. You're in the 1% here. If you have the ability to see the potential of a coin like Monkey and buy and hold through the 90% pullback, you're going to make it. Jeets, our friend Jeets here. Hopefully he returns to Monkey soon. Says it seems some of you have forgotten how to believe in something. Hope that changes in the near future. And I think folks in general are seeing it's a rotation back to the believe in something cult conviction coins. We are in early on Monkey, which to me is the ultimate believe in something coin at an incredibly low market cap. I mean, I'd honestly still be buying Monkey at any price under 10 million, or even probably under 20 million, just because I believe where it's going. But I'd be DCing every day, is what I'm saying. I'm going to keep on DCing until we get to the all-time high, and probably beyond that, to be honest. Archick says memes are headed to new all-time highs this time around. Let's not turn CT into a PvP battleground. Everything basically moves together. However, my advice is to forego new pump fund bonk stuff. Coles have been given free reign to run scams from launchpads, and they're more desperate than ever. So this post by Archick kind of goes back to what we're talking about. Why would you bid new pairs, with the majority of your bag when you have bottomed out cult communities like Monkey? To me, it's a lot safer bet. You've got the community working with you. You have control over it. With these new pairs, you have no idea who's in, like Sling was saying. You don't know how they're going to go. You're taking a shot in the dark and trying to find the next runner. With Monkey, you have to have some patience, but you have a little bit more control. You know what's going on here. Andy Leon says crypto is a key to financial freedom. Embrace it. And that's kind of what I'm doing and saying, hey, let's run this thing up to the billions together and don't sell, hold and believe in something, and we can obtain that financial freedom. If we all sell when we 10x to 3 million, we're never going to hit the targets we want, right? Right now, the core community that holds these whale bags, we have control over what happens here. We need that catalyst, and it might seem like it's never coming. It's coming. We just need to believe in that and let things run. Block News, shout out to Soldier Bryce for linking me to this. I started following this Block News as well. I didn't have it in my feed for some reason. President Trump says crypto will replace the current ancient financial system, a 21st century upgrade using crypto. I mean, this is massive, right? And this is another thing that the Trump administration is doing, which is making the financial firms, the TradFi firms, come on board, and they're all lining up now to get a piece of crypto, right? And so more stuff like this is coming. So we have 3 more years or so of Trump in office, and I think he's going to set up the foundation to really move everything forward and kind of just upgrade things like he says here. And I think that's going to be massive for crypto. Same thing, Block News says CNBC revealed that Walmart now accepts crypto as a payment option. 150 million users exposed to crypto. So this is another thing where we're going mainstream here. More and more folks are going to have wallets. And, shout out to my Walmart folks. They seem like they could be monkey buyers, right? So, I mean, who knows? Walmart is literally retail, right? It's a retail store. Who are they selling to? They're selling to retail. And so I think retail is going to come from memes eventually, and this might be an introduction to crypto for a lot of them. Shaw says whales are done manipulating. Weak hands are flushed out. Institutions are underexposed. Gold and silver are close to being topped. Liquidity is rotating back into risk assets. Tax harvesting losses are over. We're only 30% from a new all-time high. Bitcoin is about to dangerously rip through people's faces. So I actually agree with Shaw here. I mean, all the signs were there for folks to be bullish, but the charts weren't moving. And so I think hopefully now folks can be extremely bullish, not have kind of the short-term mindset where Bitcoin goes down a bit everyone gets depressed. Let's not be like that. There's so many bullish indicators here. Kang Crystal says many coins have dropped since the tragedy of October 10th, and some have disappeared. Who are the real survivors still here grinding away, waiting for the next momentum? Should I make new art after being AFK for so long? And you can see Monkey here on this art. I think he released his art before, but I just want to point out Monkey's still here. I think a lot of these coins are sort of dead in terms of the community, but Monkey's still here. We're still grinding. And so I think we're in a unique position. I've said it many times, but I don't know of any coin quite like Monkey with the low market cap, with the great community, and the incredibly cute, simple meme. So I think we are positioned nicely. So everyone stay in position, don't be monkey lined, and I will talk to you tomorrow.